take us through a song that maybe one of your recent creations, but kind of talk us through the process. You've hit on, sometimes it's the music, sometimes it's the image, sometimes it's the feeling.
The form.
The form, yeah. And so kind of take us through what inspired a song, give us the picture, vignette, what those steps look like, how long did it take, how did that creation come about?
We could take the $1.65 song, which, again, it was something I actually witnessed, and I saw this man, and I immediately, I had to think, why? And why would someone ask for $1.65, And so I just kind of was puzzled over it, but I definitely thought that he could have asked for a lot more. And, I mean, typically, there's no price on the sign. It just says,
right.
Need
Money.
help, God bless.
Yeah, right.
And so it got me thinking, and I thought, well, I'm going to put a story to, I'm going to work backwards or whatever, and put a story to it. And then I thought, and I just literally sat down with a guitar, and the first lines I came up with was, he was a street corner man with a sign in his hand, smiling in a tattered old coat. As I drove on by, from the corner of my eye, I saw on that sign what he wrote, $1.65, and I thought, wow, that's like the first verse.
Yeah.
There it is. That was easy. Now where do I go? And so then I started thinking about it now, and then the last verse, about, well, at first I was gonna say it was okay, didn't really matter. See, I have a philosophy about panhandlers, and basically, at being a Christian, I don't feel like it's my place to judge why they're there or why they're asking for handouts. All I know is they're my brother and sister, and they need something. And I'm obligated to give it to them. Not to question them, not to judge them, not to find out, take a survey. So I said, well, I could just say, it might be all it takes to get rid of his shakes, And that could be interpreted as a cup of coffee or a shot of whiskey, It's cold living under a bridge. And then it might be all he lacks to take a greyhound back home to his wife and kids.
Yeah.
And I said, oh my gosh. I started crying.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that moves you.
Yeah. It's because it's so true.
Yeah.
It's so true, So I'm not, it's, people need to know that that's a fact of life, that it's not us to judge, it's us to give,
Mm-hmm.
And in the middle, though, I had to figure out, so I had to stop and circle the block and see and do what I could for that man. I never found out what that sign was about. Cars kept honking as he reached out his hand, and that whole aspect of people not getting it, And then the bridge, I went back and forth I even had Mother Teresa in the bridge at one point, but because she said the wealthiest are the poor,
Mm-hmm.
very often. Because the poorest people, it's like the Beatitudes. Blessed are the poor in spirit. There's the kingdom of heaven. So that verse happened, and then the bridge is what kind of held me up, because I went a couple of different places with it. but I wound up kind of going back where I was in the beginning. But that's where that song came from. Devil's Mountain came from a story a guy told me. You know, song from my dad, you know, came from, you know, me paying tribute to him and honoring him. But at the same time, going into his second childhood, because he had a stroke. And so at the end, you know, he was there, but he I don't know how much he couldn't really communicate, but I would still sing and play for him, you know.
Yeah.
While he was lying there, but you know, going the full circle with me taking care of him and him taking care of me, you know, that idea that seems pretty universal, you know. So, but it's just like I say, it's being in an artistic frame of mind, trying to live your life as an artist is being open to what the world is showing you and sharing with you, you know. But if you're so concerned with, and it's also living in the moment. It's also living in the moment, which my grandchildren are reminding me of that, because it really takes a childlike innocence in order for you to be inspired and touched, you know, deep in your heart and soul. And it's so hard to find that innocence anymore, because there's so much that's taking the innocence away and burdening you with what I call more faster. I mean, that's what's happened to the whole millennial generation. Is guys, what they're feeding you is more faster is better, but less slower is better. That's when you can really be still and know. That's when you can meditate. That's when you can pray. That's when you can communicate with the Creator and with other people. And write songs that connect to other people, because we all have that common need in our human nature, you know. And music touches a part of people that, you know, they've proven it with Alzheimer's, you know, but they've also proven it with, I knew a girl who graduated from a music therapy school. James Johnson also has a great story about it. You know James?
I don't.
He and Pam do the Thoreau.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
James Johnson. Anyway, but this girl that I met had just graduated with a music therapy degree, and she said she was working in a preemie ward, and they had a baby that was born premature and didn't have the suckling reflex, so they had to feed it with a feeding tube. And so they brought her in to teach the baby how to suckle. And so she hooked up a pacifier to some earbuds, and every time she sucked, it played a lullaby.
Wow.
And the music taught her the suckling reflex.
Wow. That's amazing.
So
Music heals. You said
it does.
that earlier.
It does.
Yeah.
And it connects.
George, it's time for us to wrap up.
Can I play one more song?
Yeah, oh, absolutely. I was just wanting to tell you what an inspiring evening. I've enjoyed it. Have you guys enjoyed listening to it? So let's close with whatever is moving you in your spirit in this moment, or perhaps your favorite George Ensle song. But thank you so much for being here.
Well, it's a real honor. I know you have a wide selection of people you can invite that would be jump at the chance to do this, and I'm really honored that you and Bill chose me. And I want to thank Bill Ward for doing such a great job on sound too.
Yes, Bill.
But this is an example of two people who share different different philosophies or religions. I wrote this with a Buddhist, Mr. Richard Dobson. So a Buddhist and a Christian wrote this song. I asked for strength and I got trouble to get me straight and strong. I asked for wisdom and I got problems that taught me right from wrong. I asked for courage and I got dangers to get me through my fears. I asked for answers and I got silence that taught me how to hear. I asked for love and I got strangers who needed a helping hand. I asked for mercy and I got an old friend who needed another chance. I asked for beauty and I got to see the world through the eyes of a child. I asked for understanding and got to see an old one smile. I got the word in a raindrop and the promise in a seed. I got all I wanted when I got all I need. When I asked for years, I got moments instead. And when I asked for a feast, I got my daily bread. I asked for wealth and I got work and the hands to make my pay. I asked for truth, I got a lady, stands beside me all the way. Got the world in a raindrop and the promise in a seed. I got all I wanted when I got all I need. I got all I wanted when I got all I need.